We're drinking beer in a hotel.
But this wasn't always a hotel.
Long before this was a hotel, this was a drawing room at the Harland and Wolff shipyard where they built the Titanic.
Which means we can be in only one place. Belfast.
Year after year they raged and they roared. Blood, sweat and tears splattered the floors. When they shot out the lights, blew out the doors. In the dark heart of Titanic Town.
Thing is, Josh and I grew up in the 90s, and in 1997 James Cameron's film came out, Titanic. It was the biggest picture anyone had ever seen, and the market was flooded with toys and books and everything needed to infatuate two small boys with the story of Titanic. And as most of you know, we never grew up.
Which is why we've decided to theme this race around Titanic. We're going to race not from here because there's a sea in the way and we need to get home. We're going to race from the White Star building in Liverpool, also known as the Liver building, down to Southampton, which is where the Titanic set sail on her maiden voyage for New York.
Belfast is the only place in the world where you can get the true scale of Titanic. This is the slipway where she was built. Everyone knows Titanic was the biggest ship in the world at the time, but it's really hard to get the scale without coming here. I mean, just look at the size of her dry dock. She was enormous.
And on your way, remember, no one in life is still the very same hand. Take a king for your queen.
The museum is fantastic. They have recreated some of her interior, luscious as it was, and they even have the Nomadic, the Titanic's tender ship.
So take the morning train back, 'cause you do what you want, like it's something that's bad. But then
The museum really captures the beauty of Titanic, and it wasn't long before we set to the ocean ourselves, sailing across the Irish Sea to reach Liverpool.
you said without me that your life don't mean a thing.
And once we were on board the ferry, we could lay the foundations of our race.
It's a bit nippy, isn't it?
It is a bit
We're
nippy.
in the Irish Sea.
We are,
Roughly-
well, yeah, we're next to the Irish Sea.
Well,
We're on the Irish Sea.
we're above the Irish Sea.
Good.
Roughly where Titanic did her sea trials. To be honest with you, Josh, I'm done getting trains. I'm driving tomorrow.
Good. I'd quite like to get the train and relax a bit.
It's fine. Are you just going to use trains, or have you know,
Might have some tricks up my sleeve.
tricks?
Some competitive advantages.
You're not allowed to use a helicopter. I'm ruling that out.
I can't afford a helicopter.
Well, I don't believe you. Okay, so you're going to use trains and
Any means necessary.
any means necessary.
Within reason.
That scares me a little bit.
Within reason, no helicopters.
No helicopters. I don't know any other rules to put down to it.
No rules necessary.
You're not just going to get someone to drive you from
No,
point to point.
no.
I would be
absolutely
very
not.
upset.
Absolutely not.
Okay. So, first one to buy a pint at the Titanic Pub in Southampton
Yes.
wins.
Absolutely.
Okay. Twat.
Mr. Roots would have to travel from Liverpool Lime Street all the way down the country to London's Euston before making a mad dash over to Waterloo to get finally to Southampton, where I'd be going straight down a few motorways, easy peasy, and my steed would be this, the Nissan Cash Cow, in orange.
And to get me to Lime Street nice and quickly, I'd be using a scooter.
We met on the waterfront at Liverpool, in front of the White Star building, aka the Liver building.
Here we are.
There it is. The
There it
Liver
is.
building. Very close to where we finished on our first race.
It is very close indeed,
Very,
yeah.
very close.
Memories.
Liberty Air Bar, it was over there somewhere. Closed.
Yeah.
So, here to the Titanic Pub, Southampton. Any means necessary.
Yep.
Nissan Cash Cow for me. Sounds good. You ready?
I think I'm ready.
Okay.
The time is Nearers makes no difference. 10:25.
All
That's
right
our
then.
start time. So, see you
3,
there.
2, 1, go.
Go.
Oh, give me the microphone.
Okay, in the car. Key, I can go there. Start. We are away! Oh, red lights already. 30 seconds in and I'm stopped. There he is! There's the little bastard! Don't let him go past me. No, go green. Come on. Ah, that little fucker.
That was nice and easy. Took about 5 minutes. I'm at Lime Street. I can't say I've ever been at this station before, but I feel like I have. And it makes me very reminiscent about Joe and I's first race.
I arrived at the station with so much time, I even did a bit of gift shopping for Joe. And at bang on 10:43, my train left the platform.
Smooth and lovely motorway. Oh, such a joy. No more red lights.
Yeah, no red lights on the train, mate.
No, I'm doing 8 miles an hour. 8 miles an hour. Shocking. We're now doing 7, 6, 5. I wonder how Josh is doing.
I was doing just fine, thanks.
So, on we go. I'm now somewhere near Congleton Sandbank. I think he played Sherlock.
Just as I pulled into Runcorn, it was time to make a visit to one of our old favourites.
Well, it's time for a visit to Honesty Corner. Whilst I am on the train to London Euston, I will not be getting off at London Euston. I'll actually be getting off at Milton Keynes. And that's because I've got something waiting for me at Milton Keynes that should really level the playing field a bit here. So let the shenanigans commence.
I'd pulled over to pay a toll, which means I could be on only one road.
M6 toll. Woohoo!
Just pulling into Milton Keynes Central now. This is where the race really starts for me.
This would be an ideal time to talk about some of my personal emotional feelings towards the Titanic story. As you're probably all aware, Josh and I are musicians, is what we do. Titanic had a full complement of musicians.
Wallace Hartley was born and raised in Colne, Lancashire, and at the age of 17 he convinced his father, Albion, to let him pursue a career in music. He played in the Huddersfield Philharmonic Orchestra, and he's seen here holding the beloved violin that was gifted to him by his fiancée, Maria Robinson. The German-made violin had a silver tailpiece engraved with the following inscription: "For Wallace, on the occasion of our engagement, from Maria." Wallace served on the Lusitania and the Mauretania before being made band leader and joining the fated ship at Southampton. Wallace Hartley and his band's cool, calm and collected manner on the night of the sinking has gone down in legend and borne out the phrase, "the band played on," which they did till the very end. Not a single member of the band survived, and Hartley's body was recovered by the Mackie Bennett almost 2 weeks after the sinking. His violin was found strapped to his back. Wallace's father, Albion, met the ship at Liverpool and brought his son's body back to his hometown of Colne. The funeral took place on the 18th of May 1912, and 1,000 people attended the ceremony. 40,000 people lined the route of his funeral procession.
That violin is on display at the Titanic Museum that we visited back in Belfast.
And Hartley is buried in the Keighley Road Cemetery, where a 10-foot-high headstone containing a carved violin at its base was erected in his honour.
Quite shockingly,
the widows of the musicians were only paid 2/3 of the wages owed because they didn't complete the voyage. And then they were deducted off of that 2/3 the price of lost uniforms. It's important to have unions. They look after things like that. That was disgusting. Arrival time is going up incrementally, and I don't like it.
Unbeknownst to Joe, I had been at this train station just a few days before, planting a secret weapon in the car park just next door. And to explain what it is, we're going to go back in time.
When Joe and I were planning this race, I realised quite early on that the car had a massive advantage. And if I wanted to stand any chance of competing at all, I would need to avoid London. So I'd have to do something radical and sneaky. Behold. This is my 2007 Chrysler PT Cruiser. It has got 62,000 miles. It is blue, has full service history. You either love it or you hate it. I think Joe will hate it.
Of course, the main reason to drive a PT Cruiser is because Michael Scott drives one in the office. It's Brittany, bitch.
I spend quite a lot of time searching for a car I know Joe despises, and I couldn't find any Fiat 500s. It's a long story.
Fiat 500, fuck you.
Decided a Chrysler PT Cruiser would be great fun, because you don't really see many of them around, especially in the UK, because nobody wanted them, because they are, some would say ugly, I would say beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Let's go!
After doing all the hard work of travelling halfway across the country, first thing I did was take a wrong turn and get lost in a car park.
Fuck.
I don't know what shenanigans Mr. Roots has planned. He's been very, very hush-hush about this. But he says it's going to be spectacular and fair. But I know Mr. Roots. He likes to play hard and fast with the rules, as you've seen in the previous videos. Like, you broke the rules! No parking in the same street as the bar! You broke the rules. I don't fully trust him.
Eventually, I made it out of the car park.
I am on my way in the Chrysler PT Cruiser. This has been my secret weapon. I've probably had hidden for about 3 weeks now, although I have been hiding it in plain sight of Joe a bit, which has been a really fun game. Stage 1 of Operation Mind Games is in effect. I'm going to try and catfish Joe by putting things that he just can't resist into the windows of the car. Step 2, free parking. So parking is a bit limited where I am, and I've basically run out of space, so I thought the best place to park would actually be outside Joe's house. Yo. All good? Yeah. PT Cruiser.
Yeah, look.
Yeah, boy. I want it.
That's just appeared in the street over the last couple of days.
Oh, really?
I don't know whose it is.
Nice.
Some mad bastard.
Absolute legend, if you ask me.
Well, yeah, it doesn't mean they can't be a mad bastard.
You're probably right.
1 week today until race day. and I'm taking some extra measures to make sure Joe recognises this car. So I've fitted some Joe catnip.
It's good news here in the Nissan Cash Cow. The time has shot back down to 14:53. So I've gained a couple of minutes.
While Joe's route hadn't changed, mine definitely had. I had snuck off the train at Milton Keynes, and now I could go point to point, straight to the Titanic Pub in Southampton. Whilst I was getting acquainted with my car, Joe was doing some shit poetry.
Drizzly or no, I have less than 100 miles to go.
Okay, that's went to the A34. Don't know what that really means, or where it goes, or what it does.
Less than an hour to go now. 48 miles. Not heard a peep from young Roots. Don't know where he is. I'm assuming he's doing his secret thing now. Perhaps we should cut to it now.
25 miles to go, and not heard from Joe in a while. I think he's gone radio silent.
I was keeping hush because I was off the motorway and entering Southampton.
Really need a wee again as well. Don't think I've ever urinated so much in my life.
Coming off the M3, I am 5 miles from the finish line. 17 minutes it says. It's the time in the race that I get really anxious.
16 minutes, 4.4 miles away, but obviously this is going to be the slowest part of the journey.
I hate traffic lights at the end. Let's go! Let's go, 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 go!
This is definitely the biggest thing we've done yet. Planes, boats, cars, trains, mystery things.
Oh, 1.5 miles.
Desperate for the wee.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Unbeknownst to each other, we'd taken exactly the same route into Southampton.
Unlike Josh Roots, I don't need a novelty car to take part in a race.
I wonder if Joe will kill me when he sees this car. About to find out.
We were getting closer, my bladder was getting fuller, and road rage was kicking in.
It's pissing down. Why is everyone out crossing the road? Another fucking cyclist. Just eat bag on his back, phone in his hand, not looking what he's doing. He gives cyclists a bad name.
We were both going in the same direction and within spitting distance of the finish line, and the stress was getting to me too.
Oh, you have a death wish, sir.
Where is it? It's there! I've got to buy a ticket as well.
I was having endless trouble with the ticket machine, and Josh was struggling to find somewhere to park. This could be anyone's race.
I don't see a Joe car. I am outside the front of the pub. I'm going in.
And it wouldn't be a race without me having to do a run in inappropriate footwear in the rain.
Little did Joe know, the race was already over.
You bastard. How are you? You thirsty?
My bladder's going to explode.
You not stop?
I've stopped twice.
Do you know how I did it?
How long have you been here?
10, 15 minutes?
Longest break yet between us.
Do you know how I did it?
Go on.
You should probably go and look outside the front door.
If there's a car there, I'm going to break your legs.
Go and have a look. I'll wait here. I should probably go and run.
You fucker.
My condolences.
Thank you. Well done.
Cheers.
So you bought a car
Yeah,
from Newcastle,
I did go to Newcastle for that, yeah.
then you parked it in my street
It's free?
and various other locations around my life.
Yep.
I've seen that thing everywhere,
Yeah.
and then you smuggled it to Milton Keynes.
Yes. The logistics are intense.
Oh
I'm tired, if I'm honest, I'm tired.
I am gonna have to up my game. Shenanigans. I've never been out shenanigans before.
This is, I think we're now square from the bicycle betrayal.
I think this blows the bicycle out of the water. A folding bike hidden in Rochester is not a PT Cruiser from the other end of the country hidden in another part of the country before we fly to another part of the country.
Yeah. I was just glad it was still there when I got there. I was knackered otherwise.
You know the next one's going to have to be massive, don't you?
Yeah. Got anything in mind?
Something with Chryslers?
Well, I'm game.
You've already got one. I'm going to have to buy one. I'm good. Oh, Jesus.
Join the cool club.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Commiserations.
We'll see you on episode 4.
You're out of luck and it's too bad. You lost the only friend you had. You're all alone and it's no fun to be left burning outside in the sun. A crowd of one. The cross you bear is solitaire. You say to me, don't turn away, but I
You're aware? We never gave up. I never gave up. We never grew up. Motherfucker. It's flooded with toilets. Be in only one place. Belfast. And you meant to say it with me there. Books and everything you could do. That means we can be in only one place. What are you looking at me? The camera's there. We never grew up. No. Who fucking knows what the fuck is going on?
I've decided to undergo an operation called Operation Fuck.
So many weird places. I'm gone, somebody...
But of course, the main reason I wanted a PT Cruiser, yeah,